Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight after a 4-1 victory over St Johnstone at McDiarmid Park. A fantastic display from Rangers, and it's getting to be like the old days where you expect Rangers to go and win a match and put in a good performance, and they do, and they play really well doing it, and they play good football, and it's kind of fun and exciting and hold me. I'm frightened, but a really terrific win from Rangers tonight. The first goal was a penalty kick after Alfredo Morelos, brilliantly as usual, chases down a ball that you don't think he's necessarily got any right to get to, gets to it just ahead of the keeper, who cleans him out. Some people felt it was a red card. I must admit I didn't. I thought that the keeper was trying to clear the ball. He just didn't make it in time, and a lot of that was to do with Alfie's bravery. Doesn't mind taking a smack if there's something in it for him. James Tavernier strides forward, puts it away confidently, the captain, and I think the long-term captain, I've said this before on our shows, that I think that James Tavernier has got everything that you would look for in a Rangers captain. He signed up for the next few seasons. I'd be very hopeful of seeing him stay and get that role. If he does, I think he's maturing into not only a captain but a damn fine one at that. From there, Rangers then score a wonderful second goal. Ball played on the edge of the box. 1-2 played between Greg Docherty and Jamie Murphy, and then Greg Docherty just like a dagger pierces the St Johnstone defence with a wonderful through ball, perfectly timed, perfectly weighted, and a perfectly timed run by Josh Windass, who smashes it home, because Josh Windass away from Ibrox is deadly, and if we can just get him to replicate that form at home, then oh my goodness, what a player we will have on our hands then. He gets his customary goal, and we'd actually said on our pod, get on him to score at any time. Two tips we gave you was get on him. He was 15-8, score at any time, and as I said, he always scores away from home, so I hope you got on that. I did. And then the other thing we said was get on Sean Goss for first goal scorer 18-1, but each way he's 6-1 anytime because he hits the free kicks. Well, does he hit the free kicks? Rangers get one, maybe a wee bit harsh, but considering some of the stuff that went on, which we'll come to in a second with St Johnstone players, then I'm not going to feel too aggrieved about getting a free kick for a foul on Jamie Murphy outside the box. Up steps Sean Goss, and just beautiful curling, clipped over the wall into the corner with pace, becoming his trademark, and he was so good tonight. Goss and Docherty, combined age of 44, and they are just bosses. They just stroll games, and they've got a maturity, a conviction about them that belies their age. They're excellent players. If you're a QPR fan and you're watching this, Sean Goss is pish. We'll give you 300 grand as a favour because you're also called Rangers, and we'll just say no more about it. Do not watch any of our games. Do not send anyone to watch them. Just take my word for it, okay? I wouldn't lie to you, promise. Into second half, and Rangers get a fourth. A brilliant header from Alfredo Morelos, who sometimes I think has a head like a biscuit tin. Well, maybe that came to his aid, but it was James Tavernier right on the byline, puts over a cross that bounces just in the edge of the 6-yard box, and in steams Alfredo, and somehow manages to get to it, head it back across goal with enough power to go through the goalkeeper and in to make it 4-0. Wonderful header. Morelos was magnificent tonight. His work rate was superb. He never stopped. His hold-up play was superb. He brought players into it constantly. He bullied the St Johnstone defence. He bullied both their centre-halves. And he was just fantastic. He was just wonderful to watch. A great display from Alfredo Morelos. And the thing about Alfie is, even when he's not scoring, he is so vital to our team. He contributes so much. But he is scoring now as well. So pretty much all you can ask for in a striker. Rangers did take our foot off the gas in the last half hour. The job was done, and to be honest, I don't think they had to get out of second gear even to get 4-0 up, which is a really good sign as well. St Johnstone get a goal back, a couple of mistakes. It's a corner, swung in swinger. Wes comes, doesn't really get anywhere. Russell Martin loses his man, who gets in behind him and heads home. But after that, Rangers held St Johnstone at arm's length. The inevitable refereeing complaints. David Bates gets kicked off the ball by Chris Kane, the St Johnstone forward. A move so blatant that the St Johnstone official Twitter feed, he blooters David Bates and is lucky not to see red. So they used the term blootered, incidentally, and for those of you who don't come from here, it's a Scottish word meaning kicked really hard. It can also mean drunk, but then everything in Scotland can mean drunk. You know, I got totally tabled last night, you know. So he stays on, the referee books him, which is not a decision you can reach. You can either send him off or pretend you haven't seen it. You can't give a yellow card for a kick off the ball. So how that happens, I don't know. I do know, I'm saying that, it's because the ref felt sorry for them. He's like, the game's won, I'm not going to bother. Similarly, Rangers have a goal chopped off because David Bates has been pulled in the box and the referee somehow gives a foul for that. And then into the second half, St Johnstone get away with several bad challenges, culminating yet again in a Rangers player having to leave the field because he gets no protection from the referee. Jamie Murphy injured. Please don't be injured for the Old Firm game. We really need you. You against Lustig is something we all want to see. Jamie Murphy goes off. Hopefully just a precaution, a toe injury apparently. Rangers were great, but Rangers were just so routinely efficient. It was, not like this kind of worried, harried Rangers team we've seen so often in the last 2 years. It was a Rangers team that turned up, went, yeah, we're better than them, and we're going to play our football and we'll show that we're better than them. And that's exactly what they did, very similar to Saturday. And Rangers are getting into a groove at the moment where teams are going to have to go some to beat us, and it's been a long time since we could say that. Star men, there were so many good performances. The last half hour, yeah, we could have gone on and scored 6 or 7, but they did sort of go, right, job done, and just shut up shop. So I'm not going to complain about that. Smash teams away in an hour and relax for the last half will do me forever. Right, I'm not going to complain. Learn my lesson over the last few years about complaining about, we only won 5-0. Never going to happen again, I promise. I admit it, I was wrong. But it's hard to pick out guys. I thought that Goss and Docherty, again, magnificent. Goss is so elegant, wonderful player to watch. Docherty, wow, 600 grand, seriously. He is astonishing at that money, and for his age and his potential, I think we've won a watch here. But I'm going to give it to Alfredo Morelos because I just thought he ran them ragged tonight, and it was a great display in the snow up in Perth, and Rangers fully deserved their victory, and a very happy bear here, as you can probably tell. And I'm very much looking forward to our next match, and it's great to feel like that. That's all you ask for as a supporter, especially when you support a big successful club. Your ambitions are different, and with Rangers it is just make me excited to see you, make me want to see you, and they are. And that's fantastic, and we thoroughly deserved it. On to the next match. It's great, there's momentum building. Graham Murphy's doing a fantastic job, and he deserves credit for it, because this is his team. This is just totally different. The team that him and Mark Allen have built since the window, or since the winter break rather, during the window, it makes what we had the first half of the season look like Village Green standard. It really does, and we are very much deserving the position that we're starting to find ourselves in now. So much so that we're looking up the way rather than wondering about second place, because we keep playing like a second, forget it. I mean, we're going to run away from that. It's about seeing if we can close the gap on the team who are temporarily above us, and hopefully have a good go in the cup, and that is of course the next match. Now, if you want to hear more from us and win money, had you listened to Heart and Hand daily update today, you would have been on to a right few quid, because Hoggy, our other podder, also predicted 4-1. Then you can come and find us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heart and Hand, and there are at least 3 shows that go up every day, around 40 hours extra content, all different. It's not the same stuff every day. It's all about Rangers, I'm not going to lie to you there, although Hoggy did want to do a darts podcast called Dart and Hand, and the name alone almost tempted me, but in the end I thought, no, we'll stick to Rangers. But if you want to come and see that, please do. It's $1.99 per month. I think you'll enjoy it. Most people who are on it do. We're over 2,300 now and growing every day. So please come along and have a look at that. If not, we do 2 free pods a week on a Monday and a Thursday. Our next one will be out with a fuller discussion of this game and a preview of Falkirk. That'll be coming on Thursday night. So till then, thank you very, very much for listening. My name's David Edgar, and I'll talk to you again soon. Cheers. Bye.